I'm just being real. You will feel pain. You will hurt. It will hurt along the way. Now, here's the beautiful thing about success. There's enough space for everybody, but everybody don't have what it takes. So what happens along the way is that we have these dreams and these goals and these ideas and all these things we want to do, and then life puts us to the test. The first thing that life does to test you is it makes you go through a little pain. If you can't handle that pain, you can't handle success. If you can't handle disappointment, you might as well check out now. Just quit, just give up like most people do. See, we all go through pain. We all go through pain, but some of us stay on the ground and cry about it. Some of us stay there, but some of us get up. So when you go through pain, if you can get through it, you're going to be stronger than the person who's never felt pain. And you'll be able to handle stuff in life because you're used to going through the pain. Do you understand? It's the difficulties that are going to prepare you and take you to the next level. So what if you failed your last exam? So what if you had to retake the year? Do you understand? You got through that. You're all running from obstacles. When in fact, it's the obstacles that's going to take you to the next level. You're all running from pain. You're all running from challenges. You're all telling me how difficult your life is. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it. Start running to it. You did it once. You did it twice and it didn't work. So you quit? Yeah, you did it for 3 months. Yeah, you did it for 6 months. And you're like, where are the results? Look, it's going to take more than 6 months for it to become a reality. You've got to learn to stop starting and stopping. You've got to learn to stop quitting and giving up just because it didn't work out for you the first time. Just because it didn't work out for you the 20th time. You've just got to keep going and keep going. What you need to know about life is you cannot lose if you do not quit. So you got to keep studying, keep reading, keep doing what you got to do. And if you can weather that storm, I guarantee you every dream you have will become a reality. There are no limits, just the ones you place on yourself. Look, you got to do it with passion. You got to go to college with passion. But you're going to college with an attitude. You're going, but you don't really want to be there. You're not bringing the passion. You're not bringing the fire. You're not bringing the heat. You're studying, but you're barely doing it. Come on. Surely, you gotta be tired of this 60% you. Greatness is within you. You are here. You have been blessed to be on this earth. You're here. Do something. So whatever you gotta do, you do it. I'm a firm believer that talent alone is not enough to be successful. I'm a firm believer that the amount of work you put into something is more important than anything. The amount of work you put into something, the amount of effort that you give, I'm a firm believer that just because you grew up in a certain neighborhood, just because your parents are rich or your mom's a doctor, they're not giving out degrees. They're not giving out success. So what I'm trying to say is that exams, that's your life. That's your future. Don't look at it like it's a punishment. Don't look at it like, I gotta go to class. Whatever you write down, you're literally at school to make your dreams become a reality. So every single day you wake up, this is what should be on your mind. This is what you should be pursuing. You've got a small window. Listen to me. You've got a small window. And the problem is, when you're young, you think you've got forever. It's a disease of young people. It's a disease when you're young. You're like, I can go to this party. I'll bounce back. I don't have to study this week. I'll bounce back. You think you'll keep bouncing back. No, you won't. Many of you are not taking ownership of your life. That you have not looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you owe you. Will the world know that you were here? Or will you be a distant memory? Will you leave your mark? You've got to stay ready, because I know one thing in your life: the opportunity will come. But will you be ready when it gets there? So I'm going to finish by telling you this: it's going to come. Everything you've ever dreamed of, every opportunity you ever dreamed of, it's going to come. But will you be ready when it comes?
Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. And I'm here to tell you today, if you got somebody came in my office the other day crying. I said, look, don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain, you already hurt, get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me. I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flips, you can be excited when we give away money. But listen to me, you'll never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do. You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money, because I got it in here. So if you want to make 6 figures, you can't just be talking about you want to make 6 figures. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. So listen to me. Emmitt Smith said this at the end of the commercial. Emmitt Smith said, all men are created equal. Some work harder in preseason. I'm going to say it again because you might have missed it. All men are created equal. Some work harder in preseason. So that means that there are some people who are going to see the professor, going to see the TA. And even when the professor says, I don't meet with you, my TA meets with you, you say, I don't want to talk to your TA. I don't pay the TA. I pay you to teach me. So you're going to have to find some time to meet me. If I got to meet you at the mall, if I got to meet you at your house, you are going to see me. Listen to me. All men are created equal. Some work hard in preseason. When I went to college, guys were way smarter than me. 4.0s, 3.0s. They went to the Ivy League high schools, came to Oakwood from these great high schools. Most of them are not doing what I'm doing. Why? Because it's not about where you come from. It's about heart. You come to a place where, being smart ain't enough. You got to have heart. That's number one. Watch number two. Number two, catch number two. I wrote it down. I wanted to make sure you got it. It says to be, watch this. We're talking about sacrifice now. The important thing is this. You're writing while I'm saying it, because I only have about 3 more minutes. Listen to me. The most important thing is this: to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. That's the number 2 thing. You got to catch that one. To be able to, listen to me, at any moment. Some of you can make sacrifices when Monday Night Football is not on. You can make a sacrifice. But when the game come on, for some reason, you just attach to it. For some of you, when your favorite show come on, you can make sacrifices on Sunday when ain't nothing going on. But when your favorite show comes on Monday, bam, some of you focus until the phone ring, and then you like, I gotta answer it. If I don't answer the phone, I'm gonna die. I'm saying to you today that there are some of you, if you give up your cell phone, you would be successful. But your cell phone is more important to you than your success. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna hurt somebody. Some of you need to give up your cell phone, because the time you spend on your cell phone could be used for your success. The time you could be using to be successful, you're using it on the cell. And the cell phone is not bringing you nothing but a bill. And somebody has told you you couldn't live without it. I'm talking about going deep now, giving up stuff. Watch what it says. To be able at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could be. I don't do well in math. You're right. You ain't never studied. I'm not good in writing because you have never written before. But I dare you to fail in writing for a whole year to see if you can get to the end. I dare you to fail. I dare you to take that same class over and over again. I dare you to stop dropping classes like you soft. Always want to give up. I'm dropping. Why are you dropping? I'm so grateful that the slaves didn't drop and quit. Say, I'm just going to stop. I'm a slave. I'm just going to be a slave. I'm going to quit. Listen to me. The slaves said, we will live because one day we will become.
You cannot be a believer until you see your old life and the misery thereof and want to change it. Are you committed? Because without commitment, nothing happens. If you don't learn to give like you learn to get, every area that there is not reciprocity, it will die. Reciprocity. What do you give back for what you get? If you're not committed, you're not going to make it. Even the ones with the personalities you don't like. You have to be committed through the storm and the rain and the heartache and the pain and the disappointment. You have to believe in the we and the us and not the me and the you, or you're not gonna make it. It's a commitment. It's not a feeling. Until you have had the taste of finishing, you will not respect yourself. Until you follow through, until something is done, come hell or high water, tears and struggles and pain, and you go through it anyway, and you show up and you continue to fight on no matter the circumstances. After a while, something begins to wither inside of you. Anytime you need something that you can't give to yourself, you're at the mercy of somebody else, and when they don't come through, you got pain. And what you become is the consequences of what you didn't get. It's an urge. It's an urge. Truth be told, every champion has felt it. Every president has felt it. Every king has felt it. Every lion has felt it. Every winner has felt it. Every soldier has felt it. Every victorious person has felt it. The urge to quit. Don't you give up on your dream. I don't care if you don't have the money, you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the background for it, and you don't have the friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You might not read as fast. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much, but don't you quit. Don't you quit. You do make a difference. You do make a difference. You do make a difference. as weak as you are, as tired as you are, as many mistakes as you made, you do make a difference. There is something they would lose if you were not there. There was something that they would miss if you were not there. You do make a difference.
The days that you don't feel like getting up out of bed for class in the morning, the days you feel like quitting and giving up and giving in, listen to me. The only thing that's going to get you out of the bed, the only thing that's going to make you strive past that obstacle, get past that brick wall, the only thing that's going to make you get up and do what you're supposed to do is what your purpose is. It's what you dream about, where you want to be. What do you want to become 5, 10, 15 years down the line? I want your dream to be so clear, so vivid, that when you wake up in the morning, all you got to do is step into your dream. When you wake up in the morning and look at your goals are going to tell you what time to get up. Your goals are going to tell you who you should be hanging out with. People ask me all the time, should I do this? Should I do that? Listen, I can't tell, but your goals will tell you how much sleep you're going to need. Your goals are going to define what time you get up, how you live your life, how you move, when you say yes and when you say no. What's your why? What would happen if you didn't become successful? Who would you be letting down? Identify your why, because your why is deeper than a car. Your why will take you further than a house. What happens when you buy a car? What happens when you buy a house? What happens after that? There are those of you who don't understand the power of your why. And what I need for you to do for me is when you make your moves on a daily basis, I need you to think about your why. Because if your why is strong enough, you're going to go to college and you're going to study with passion. You're going to study because you want to study, because you want to be there. And here's the crazy thing. You'll start to enjoy it. You'll start to love it. It won't be a problem waking up at 5 or 6 in the morning anymore. You got to change that mindset. Some of you, you're stuck. Not because you don't have the gift. You're stuck because your mindset is off. Nothing has changed for me. I keep going to the next level because I keep changing my thinking. You have to do what successful people do if you want to be successful. You need to use your pain to push toward greatness. You need to understand that pain is temporary. It might last for a second. It might last for a minute, an hour, a day, or even months. But sooner or later, if you do not surrender, if you do not give up, if you do not give in, it will subside. Listen to me. You can talk like a victim, you can act like a victim, or you can be a victor and you can say, despite the odds, I will defy the odds. And I say it all the time, it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. it's not going to be easy. But if you're willing to master the levels, if you're willing to get in your lane and stay in your lane and dominate your lane, you'll do just fine. The first thing you gotta do for me is do not accept the life that has been given to you. Do not accept the life that they're trying to give you. Create your own. You can create your own world. So I want you to wake up every day and I want you to be aware of your choices. Look, I need you to be aware. Who are you hanging out with? How are you spending your time? What are you reading? What are you listening to? Look at your choices, right? And if your choices don't line up to where you want to be in 10 or 15 years time, whatever your goals are, I need your choices to line up with what your end goals are. The choices you make right now are going to allow you to be where you want to be. This is for all of you that make excuses. This is for those of you that every time there's an obstacle, every time there's a hill, every time something comes in front of you, you quit. You give up. You've got an excuse. You've got a reason. You start moaning. You start crying. You give up before you can even try. You just let obstacles defeat you. Most of you, you'll get derailed. The first punch that hits you, you get derailed. The first obstacle in front of you, you get derailed. Like you don't even try. As soon as stuff doesn't go your way, you just quit. You just give up. Stop letting stuff derail you. Stop getting stuck. Stop quitting. Stop giving up. Keep fighting. Do you hear me? Keep thinking positive. Keep going. You only lose when you quit.
The one commodity that is most valuable on this earth is time. Time to love, time to live. From the moment the human body is born, it begins dying. I don't think you quite caught that. Let me say it again. From the moment the human body is born, it begins dying. Some happen faster, some happen slower. Some of us help them go faster, and some of them prevent it from happening sooner than later. How many seconds, how many minutes do we waste every day doing things that are nowhere near the goals and aspirations and passions that we have inside? How many times do you go through the course of a day and realize, did I do anything I set out to do today? Write down those goals each and every day. No matter if it's 2 goals a day, if you can accomplish those, then you're doing more than just making it through the day. You are living and achieving your dreams. Find time to better yourself. Read, explore, research. Live life. Do things you've never thought of doing before. That's what it's all about. When you're born, that's that date that they put on the left side of the tombstone. When you die, they put another date on the right side of the tombstone. But that dash in the middle is the most important thing on that tombstone. That is a line that throughout that entire time frame, you were able to impact and touch others' lives. You were able to leave your mark on this earth. You were able to build a legacy that nobody could change. You were able to have it to where people remembered who you are no matter what. When you're living for that dash in the middle, you're going to remember your why. Your why you're here. Not the why did you do something. Your why, your reason for getting up in the morning, your reason for pushing yourself past the brink of exertion and giving up. Your reason for moving on and getting things done in life. That dash in the middle, that's the thing that pushes you.
How do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of your physical appearance, in terms of your health? Do you take care of yourself? Are you allowing yourself to get overweight and out of shape? Are you conscious of your health? Are you watching the food that you take into your body? Do you make a deliberate effort to exercise? You know, it was George Burns. He said, we cannot help getting older, but we don't have to get old. And many of us get old before our time because we don't take time to take care of ourselves. Your environment is a very good indicator. On a scale of 1 to 10, is it what you want it to be? Do you find it desirable? Are you satisfied? The job or career that you're involved in. Someone said that 85% of the American public are unhappy with their jobs. Are you spending 8 hours a day just doing time? Doing something that you don't find challenging, that does not make you stretch mentally, that does not stimulate you, that does not inspire you. Something that you don't find a sense of fulfillment in it. If you're doing that day in and day out, it has to affect how you feel about yourself, your level of motivation. Your relationships. What kind of impact is it having on your life? Is it nourishing or is it a toxic relationship? Does it drain you or does it build you up? Ask yourself that. How motivated are you to do something about it? Your contribution, your actions. What are you giving? Many people will leave the universe without a trace. No one will know they were here. And in fact, under their name, we could put under there, not used up. Will anybody know that you came this way? What contribution are you giving? What will you leave? What will be different because you came this way?
Just stop for a second. Write down your why. What are you doing this for in life? If your why doesn't make you cry, then that's not your why. Again, if your why doesn't make you cry, then that's not your why. Your why should be something so big that it moves your family tree. Your why should be something so big that it changes the whole outlook on how things are with you and your home, your family, your religion, your purpose. Think about your passion. Think about your opportunities. And that's how you find your purpose. OPP. When that why meets up with your passion, your opportunity, and your purpose, then you'll find out. The most important day in your life is the day you remember why you were born.
Do you know what makes someone successful? Do you? Three things. Three things will make you successful. A continuous interest in improving yourself, being self-aware, and work. And I mean lots of it. Improve yourself. Improve yourself continuously. Never stop developing yourself. Develop a passion for improving yourself. Develop a passion for learning. Improving yourself begins right where you are. Yes, improving yourself starts with an education. Improving yourself starts with school. You did not come to school to slack off. You did not come to fail. Instead, you came to learn how to be great, to be the best leader, to be the best academic, to be the best at whatever you want to do. Don't let your friends deter you. Don't let friends distract you. Develop yourself. Show them that there is better. Show them that you're different. Improve yourself. Study hard. Study long. Give your all. Give it everything you got. Successful people don't get to where they are by following their friends or pleasing them. Instead, they lead. They lead and committed themselves to self-development. They exercise their mind. They learn. They study. They pass their exams. Nobody will do it for you. Only you can do it for yourself. Only you can put in the work. If you're not prepared, if you do not work, you will lose. You will never win. You will always be behind, and you will never be great. To be successful at anything, you have to get to know yourself. You have to know who you are. You have to know what your strengths are. You have to know what your weaknesses are. You have to get to know what you like, what you don't like, what you're good at, and what you're not good at, what your learning styles are, where you study best. Learning about yourself will build your confidence. It will change your behavior. Studying will become easier. Passing your exams will become easier. It will get you places where you've never gone before. Getting to those places and staying there will take determination. It will require that you never give up. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your goals. Life will throw things at you. Teachers will throw exams at you. No one promised that life will be easy. What is promised is that you can do it. You can do it. You can win. You can pass your exams. You can be the best. You can achieve your goals. You can become whatever you desire to become. But you have to be determined. You have to want it bad. You have to want it so bad that you will never give up. You have to want it so bad that you're willing to lose sleep for it. You have to want it so bad that you're willing to lose friends over it. You have to want it so bad that you're willing to work hard for it. And never, ever give up. Giving up is not an option. If you can dream it, you can do it. If you can think it, you can do it. Just believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams and fight for it. Tell yourself that you're in it to win it. Tell yourself that you will continue trying. You will continue trying even if you fail. And when you fail, you get up and brush yourself off and try again. You will continue even if you laughed at. You will continue even if you lose. Because guess what? Life is not always about where you end up. It's about the journey. It's about the attitude. It's about the determination. It's about never giving up.